It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day one in Chula Vista. And we are off to a rip-roaring start. Our Napa Canyon boulders arrived early this morning, and there was a bit of a snafu with the rock yard, of communication glitch. They're too big, a lot of them. So don't panic. I mean, you can see that this is a very small space. We are, big house, small lot situation, but there's a fix and a hack for that. If you order boulders and they're too big, stage them first and then just cover them with dirt. Do your mounding after you stage your boulders. So we can actually take what is a 2.5 foot boulder and turn it into a 1.5 boulder just by stacking dirt up around it. So no worries. Wow, look at the guys moving this giant Napa Canyon. If you could get up close to it, Hannah, look how gorgeous this rock is. And it's not even clean. It is, I mean, these rocks are absolutely beautiful, and I do feel a little bit bad about covering them up. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Say what?
Where are they going to put it?
Oh, they're basically just...
What are they doing?
Oh, this was placed by the rock yard, and it was a little too close to the house and too close to the edge of the raised bed. I didn't have any room to plant behind it or alongside, so they were just moving it out so we'd have a little room. I like to soften my rocks up with plants. Speaking of which, here they are. This isn't all of them either. I've got like another load and a half from Oasis for tapestry work. These agave blue glow were actually planted right in here. The client attempted landscaping, looked at his work, and decided that he needed to call me stat. So he was a smart man. We are obviously going to use the blue glow. They're beautiful, but I'll move them in to different presentations. I love this Aloe Benzei. This is a true Benzei. This is an OG. It isn't crossed with anything. This is such a spectacular specimen. I'm super excited about it.
What's its growth habit?
This will actually branch into a small tree, and the trunk will continue to get fatter and fatter. So this is something that I'm going to plant up here in this raised area for a little tree, little shade tree right there at those windows. Remember that, you guys. Trees don't have to be perennial with needing lots of water and with dropping leaves and seed pods. Succulents come in tree forms too, so keep that in mind. This is such an exciting space because it is on the smaller side, but it's not small. I mean, that's a fooler. Look at all of this room. We're going to go all the way back to the fence, and because this isn't a giant garden space, I can plant things pretty densely. You can see we have a ton of boulders to work with, lots and lots of soil. So this is going to be the most dramatic succulent landscape that Team DFS has done in a hot minute. So I'm excited to have you all following along. Be sure to subscribe, to like this video, to support my channel financially by joining, and tune in later for progress. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity. No, it isn't. We're not done. Sorry, you have to cut it. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. I was like gonna ghost you guys right there at the end and realized that I wanted to do
End of the day outro.
I wanted to do an end of the day outro. Yeah, I didn't want to cut it off right then and there, so my apologies. But my goodness, we had, the A-team today. We had Terry, Mel, Cullen, Hannah, Greg, and myself, and we killed it. I mean, we got so much done.
Just missing Kev.
Yeah, we're missing Kevin, but it's Kevin's birthday month, so he's off for this period of time. And happy birthday, Kevin. But, I'll tell you a little behind the scenes. This is a new housing development, so the HOA they're really enthusiastic.
I wish we would have taken a video before.
I know. We should have taken a video because we had this fabulous idea to do a barrow colony down here. And so we did. And then the homeowner sent me a highlighted note from the HOA requirement stating that can't have anything with thorns within 5 feet of the sidewalk. So everybody does. you know, like the pygmy palms in the neighbor's yard, and that everybody does, but we didn't want to have to come undo this later. So we just dug it all out and moved it. So our barrel colony is now up here with our Aloe Benzei, and I love this too. This is great. It's fine. And then what you see here are our foundation plants. I still have tapestry work to do. I'm going to do a really intricate tapestry down here in this area. And do you want to go that way or this way? This way?
Yeah, we can go straight, but do you want to play on the beach?
The what?
How, you know how we don't normally put...
Oh, yes, the adoption. So we staged...
We do trios all the time with the young ones.
Right, but we staged a little barrel right up here next to the mama barrel, and we're really, really happy with the punctuation. Love that look. We also staged 3 individuals tight together in a unit. They should grow together very beautifully. So in its simplicity, this is going to be really stunning. I'll likely, thinking about doing like black 3/4 inch up here. I'm going to be doing burgundy everywhere else. Here along the side, we staged 3 Dazzlerian longissimums, which the longissimums are such a fabulously uplit plant. They're going to grow on a trunk slowly, but eventually. So Greg will have some light staged up under those. Down the road a piece, the client's going to have us do some gutters on the fence, which will really set this all off. We're also going to be doing trios of pots in here. So this is going to be awesome.
Show them how pretty the rock is.
Yeah, and this rock is Napa Canyon. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's impossible. It's so stunning. The reds, the blues, the grays, the pinks, oranges, purples. I mean, it's just stunning, stunning, stunning. So we're going to be doing drip irrigation through here. The client wasn't plumbed. This is a relatively new build, this house. So Greg had to find the hard lines and tap off of them, which he did. So we'll be running irrigation tomorrow. I still have a lot of smaller tapestry plants to bring in. And so, and also in these gaps, you can see, I don't want to overplant around the Dazzlerians. So I've got some rubble pieces, which are basically just broken up boulders that I'll probably stage in here. I might do a little, some smaller plants there. Oops, we didn't do our job. Our succulent fell over. This is Aloe Cameronii, and I've told you this before, I usually work with this plant as a cutting. They're super tough for us here in San Diego. It's not going to rot, but it is going to turn bright red real quick. So we'll get that set back in.
Why don't you do it?
Oh, well, okay. Let me put on my little glove. All right, little Aloe Cameronii. Just dig a little hole. We used 6 yards of soil too in this little installation, and it was really fun just to kind of work it all around. We've got all these undulations of little hills and valleys going. But yeah, I'm super happy with all the foundations. We're done. Tomorrow will be irrigation, tapestry work, and lighting. Then the last day, since it's just a 3-day project, we'll be doing all the top dressing. I'm really, really pleased with this side garden. We've got Aloe Procera, which is starting to leaf out, which is nice. Another Dazzlerian longissimum, a Euphorbia trigona, rubra right here. And this gorgeous specimen is an Aloe Vera. I talked about this before. One of the most common plants money can buy, and I love it as a single specimen. So it tends to pup and get, really big, but if you just keep it as a single, it almost looks like, like a collectible. Another trick of the trade, remember I've told you this before, if you want to add a lot of depth to a new installation, is to take 5-gallon plants and combine them into trios. So this is the equivalent of a 15-gallon specimen for the price of just 3 5s. It's a really cost-effective way to, make your installations look bigger. Then down here along the side, more Cameronii, Blue Glow. The Crassula argentea Sunset is such a favorite. And for those of you that are paying attention closely, you'll notice that the colorful plants, like the Argentea Sunsets, I've staged them very, very intentionally in the installation so that it looks balanced from the street looking at this home. Also, same with the Dazzlerian Longissimums, very, very balanced. The Ready Reds, the Euphorbia Ready Reds, boom, boom, boom. So be thinking about balance, be thinking about zigzags. That's the new word I've been trying to explain, and my team said, why don't you call it a zigzag? In my mind,
in your head,
yeah, I'm always kind of connecting the dots with my installations, with the rocks, with the plants, with everything, so things are weighted and balanced. Clearly the star of the show is our Aloe Benzei tree. That's going to be a really fun thing to watch grow over the years. This parking strip is the associations. It's a hot mess. There's nothing I can do, but here it is. Yeah, I think that's it, right? So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this 3-day installation in Chula Vista, California. Get out in your gardens.
Check out your Instagram for behind the scenes.
Yes, and do check out my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents for behind the scenes footage as we move forward on this and many other projects to come. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Laura with Team DFS in Chula Vista with day 1 and your succulent tip of the day.